major chord. We've been looking at a lot of the different open chord positions and whatnot, and I've been showing you some of the bar chords and even some other fingerings, and we're going to do all of that for the A major chord today. We're going to be looking at the theory as well, but I figured I'd flip it for this video because I know, listen, let's face it, the boring theory stuff can be boring, and I'm right with you there. So I want to show you how to actually play them. I'm going to show you several positions, and then we'll double back in the end and we'll look at why these chords work and why they're A major. Let's do it. All right, so I'm going to try to give you a nice little juicy close-up of my fingerings here so you can see what we're doing. We're going to play the open position first. And the open position is going to be, here we are, here's the nut, what I like to consider the 0th fret. And we're going to go 1, 2 up to the 2nd fret. And we're literally going to play the 2nd fret of the D string, which is the 4th string. We're going to play the 2nd fret of the G string and the 2nd fret of the B string. And it's going to give us like this. Let me get some volume. All right. We're not playing the fat E string. We're not playing this. We're not playing the low E string. We're leaving it out. And we're playing from 5 down. So whenever you're practicing these chords, you really want to try to go for that effect. You know, you want to be able to go down nice and slow and be able to hear each of those notes ringing out. And that's how you know you're playing it well. Looking at the actual fingerings of how to make this chord, we're going to take our middle finger, and no, I'm not going to show it to you because I'm not that kind of dude, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to play the 2nd fret of the D string with the middle finger. We're going to take the index finger and play the 2nd fret of the G string. And we're going to take the ring finger and play the 2nd fret of the B string. Strumming all 5. Okay? That's our open position. Now looking at the bar chord position, we're going to come up here all the way to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to play the 6th string rooted bar chord, which goes like so. Middle finger on the 6th fret of the G string. Take your ring and pinky, play the 4th fret of the 4th fret. I'm having a bad number day, guys. The 7th fret of the 5th string and the 7th fret of the 4th string. So we got that kind of E major shape. I know I haven't done E major yet in the other video, but it's coming. It's the E major shape. And then we're going to take the bar chord and bar all the way across all 6 strings on the 5th fret. Again, guys, we're not squeezing the life out of this thing. If I show the back of my thumb here, I'm going to try to get a good picture of it. Back of my thumb, you can see. I can literally like pick it up. I'm having to take my forearm and press in a little bit into my body here to get the leverage without the thumb, to be fair. Because you need some pressure going this way. But you want to get it from the weight of your arm, not from your squeezing your thumb. That won't give you enough leverage. So I can put my thumb down here and play it nice and easy. I could put it a little higher, and I could probably even wrap it over. Still play not very comfortable, but just to illustrate that our strength is not coming from the thumb to fret this down. 3rd position, really coming out of the same bar chord, but nice and easy to play in real playing situations. We're going to come to the 5th fret of the B string, 6th fret of the G string and 7th fret of the D string. It's like 1, 2, 3, 3 in a row diagonally. And that's an A chord as well, because this is our root. Well, we'll go into the theory stuff later. And finally, the last one I played in the intro is up here. We have our pinky on the 12th fret of the A string, ring finger on the 11th fret of the D string, index finger on the 9th fret of the G string, and middle finger on the 10th fret of the B string. Alright, so now that we've actually looked at the close-ups of the notes and I showed you how to fret them, let's go into the boring music theory stuff. So remember always, any major chord comes from a major key, right? So what that means is we're getting our notes from the A major scale since we're playing A major. A major, showing you real quick, the A major scale. Come to the 5th fret here, and we play our A major scale. We're taking our 1, our 3, and our 5 to find out what notes are actually in A major. The 1 is A, the 3 is this note right here, which is a C sharp. Right there's C, C sharp. And the 5th is it's an E. Okay? The notes that we're going to be using for any A major chord is going to be A, C sharp, and E. Looking at the chords that I've shown already, let's examine them and confirm why they're A major chords. Remember, any chord voicing can have repeats of those notes, but it has to have that A as a root, and it has to have as the 3rd C sharp, and it has to have E as the 5th. The root can repeat, the 3rd can repeat, the 5th can repeat, and it's still an A major chord. If you take away any of those, it's not an A major chord anymore. Okay? And if you add other notes, it's still an A major, but it might become another type of chord, like a 7th chord or an extension chord. Okay? But let's look at the fingerings again and confirm why it's A major. So coming back here to the open position, going down from string to string, we have A, we have the 5th, which is E. That's an A again. So far, we don't have the major because we don't have the 3rd. Coming down. Aha, that's our C sharp. That's our 3rd. So now it's an A major. Add the bottom note, and it's an E again. Going to the bar chord position on the 6th string root. Let's examine all the notes. A, E, A again. There's our 3rd. Just playing the top 4 strings gives us a whole A major chord, and then we have repeat notes. That's the 5th repeated again, that's an E. And then an A on the high E string. A major. Looking at this chord, looking at it, nice easy chord to play. Over here we have on the D string, that's A, right? That's our root. On this particular voicing, the 2nd note down on the G string is the C sharp, which is the 3rd. 3rd note down is E. We just play those 3. There we are. We have A major. You could actually, while you're in this particular position, play the A string because it's an A to get it a little thicker. Just warning, as you try to move this shape around, say I move down, I'm not playing A anymore here. I'm playing a G. So if I play A and then I play the G chord, it's something different. I kind of like how it sounds too. Just to give you a little idea how you can experiment. But it's not an A anymore, it's something else. I'm not telling you what it is. If you want to know what that is, you gotta watch my future videos. Anyhow, we can thicken this up even more if we bar the top 2 strings. Kind of like an F major chord. So playing all of that, A, C sharp, E, A again. And finally, this really cool position up here, starting with the pinky on the 12th fret is an A. We have again in this voicing a C sharp as our 3rd. And then here, this is another E. We already have our A major chord. Can't play the low E string because it's not a root. Technically you could, because A, C sharp, E. But E, you could play it and it's still A major, but you're no longer playing A in your lowest position. So it becomes an A over E. That's another video again. So this last note, the middle finger on the 10th fret, it's another A. There you have it, people. That's why it's an A major. What do you think? Should I flip it around like this? I think so. It's a little bit better to have the theory in the back end. But yeah, play the guitar from the heart and have fun with that. Hopefully you're adding more and more to your bag of tricks through these one chord, one video series, and getting these chords under your belt. Particularly, it's cool to be able to, once you learn the first chord, to be able to move it around because it becomes useful for different situations. But anyway, that being said, I'm just gonna record a little A major loop and throw some awesome, hopefully awesome, sick, hopefully, leads over the A major chord. And in A major key, of course. I'll see you in the next video.